Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I'm Anuja Kumar with the midday news. The headlines. Campaigning for Himachal Pradesh Assembly polls to end this evening. Notification for second phase of Gujarat Assembly elections issued. BJP releases first list of 160 candidates for the Gujarat Assembly elections. Threats of cyber and information warfare pose a big challenge to the security architecture, says Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. India joins Mangrove Alliance for Climate at the 27th session of the Conference of the Parties at Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt. And in cricket, in the semi-final of T20 Cricket World Cup, match between India and England underway in Adelaide. And now the news in detail. Today is the last day of campaigning for Assembly elections in Himachal Pradesh. Campaigning will end at 5 p.m. Star campaigners of all political parties have been canvassing to garner votes for their candidates. Voting on all 68 Assembly seats will be held on Saturday. Counting of votes will take place on 8th of December. More from our correspondent.
BJP National President Jagat Prakash Nadda, Union Home Minister and senior leaders Amit Shah, Anurag Singh Thakur and Smriti Irani are seeking votes in the name of development by addressing public meetings in favor of party candidates at many places on the last day of campaign today. Similarly, BJP ruled state chief ministers and senior leaders Jairam Thakur, Yogi Adityanath, Pushkar Singh Dhami and ex-chief minister Professor Prem Kumar Dhumal are also throwing full force in promoting their candidates. On the other hand, the Congress party is taking out Vijay Ashirwad rallies in all the 68 assembly constituencies of the state today, whereas Congress National General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi is campaigning through Parivartan Pratigya rally at Shilai in Sirmaur district. After that, she will hold a road show in Shimla and seek support from the people for the party candidate. Sanjeev Sundrial, AIR News, Shimla.
In Gujarat, the notification for the second phase of Assembly elections is issued today. With this, the process of filing the nomination papers for the second phase has begun. Candidates can file their nominations till 17th of November. The voting for 93 assembly constituencies of Central and North Gujarat will be held on the 5th of December. In the first phase, a total of 12 nomination papers have been filed so far. Meanwhile, the political activities have picked up in the state, with parties releasing the lists of their candidates for the assembly polls. Bharatiya Janata Party today released its first list of 160 candidates for the Gujarat Assembly elections. Senior party leader and Union Minister Bhupendra Yadav announced the name of the candidates. Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel will contest from Ghatlodiya seat, while State Home Minister Harsh Sanghvi will be the BJP candidate from Majura Assembly constituency in the ensuing state assembly polls. The party has fielded cricketer Ravindra Jadeja's wife, Reeva Ba Jadeja, from Jamnagar North and Hardik Patel from Viramgam constituency. Senior BJP leaders including Vijay Rupani, Nitin Patel, Bhupendra Chudasma, Saurabh Patel and R.C. Phaldu will not contest the polls this time, and they will have to be written to the party in this regard. In today's list, the party has changed the candidates for 38 assembly seats, which it had won in the 2017 elections. President Draupadi Murmu reached Bhubaneswar today on a two-day visit to Odisha. This is her first visit to the state as the President of India. Ms. Murmu offered her prayers to Lord Jagannath and his siblings in the Sri Jagannath Temple in Puri. Heavy security arrangements had been put in place to ensure that the President can have a smooth darshan of the deities.
The President was accorded a warm welcome on arrival at the Bhubaneswar airport by the Governor Professor Ganeshi Lal, Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik and other top officials. He was also offered a guard of honor at the airport before flying to the pilgrim town. After being received by the Gajapati Maharaj and other top officials of the district administration at the helipad at Puri, the President chose to walk down about 2 kilometers on the Grand Road before reaching the Ratna Singhashan, the heavenly altar of the deities. He was accompanied by Union Minister Dharmendra Pradhan and other dignitaries. Chandra Das, AIR News, Puri.
Tomorrow, the President will visit Tapoban High School in Bhubaneswar and interact with the students and teachers. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh says the gap between internal and external security is getting narrower. However, new dimensions of security threats are emerging. He said threats of cyber and information warfare pose a big challenge to the security architecture. Speaking at the convocation ceremony of the National Defence College in Delhi today, Mr. Singh said the critical infrastructure such as power generation, transport, public sector and critical manufacturing industries are vulnerable to cyber attacks.
Just a few decades ago, power grids and other critical infrastructure operated in isolation. Now, they are far more interconnected both in terms of geography and across sectors. The energy sector is one of the main targets of the cyber attack against critical infrastructure, but it is not the only one. Transport, public sector services, telecommunications, and the critical manufacturing industries are also vulnerable.
On the challenge of information warfare, the Defence Minister said it has a potential to threaten the country's political stability.
There is no account of how much fake news and hate material is likely to be brought in the society through social media platforms. The organized use of social media and other online content generation platforms is being used for engineering the opinion or perspective of the masses. The deployment of information war was most evident in the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine.
India has joined the Mangrove Alliance for Climate MAC at the 27th session of the Conference of the Parties COP27 at Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt. After joining the alliance, India called for integration of mangroves conservation with the Reducing Emissions from Deforestation and Forest Degradation REDD+ programs for carbon sequestering. MAC is an intergovernmental alliance that seeks to expand and hasten the progress towards conservation and restoration of mangrove ecosystems. India is among the first 5 countries to join the MAC, including Australia, Japan, Spain, and Sri Lanka. The alliance will raise global awareness about the role of mangroves as a nature-based climate change solution. It will ensure the rehabilitation of mangrove forests at a global level. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal today highlighted the significant growth of the India-US economic relations driven by the common interest of promoting sustainability, emerging technologies, globally resilient supply chains and small businesses. He also reiterated the importance of such dialogues in leveraging this momentum. Mr. Goyal was chairing the India-US CEO Forum with US Secretary of Commerce Gina Raimondo through video conferencing today. CEOs from leading Indian and US-based companies participated in the forum. This is the 6th time that the forum has been convened since its reconstitution in December 2014. It continues to be an effective platform for dialogue across key sectoral themes and to identify areas for closer collaboration for mutual benefit of both the economies. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
Northeast Diary program broadcast every Thursday and Sunday at 5:30 p.m. brings very interesting and enchanting stories from the 8 Indian states of Northeast India. In this week's Northeast Diary, on 10th of November 2022, we bring for you an exclusive interview with Jatindra Sarma, Director of the Kaziranga National Park. Looking forward to see you there.
Welcome back to the Midday News. 2-tier Panchayat elections in Sikkim is being conducted smoothly today. Polling for Gram Panchayat wards and Zilla Panchayat territorial constituencies began today at 8 a.m. and will conclude at 5 p.m. The elections are not being contested on political lines and 50% candidature is reserved for women at both levels.
Till 12 p.m., voting percentage in Sikkim Panchayat polls was 41.6% in Gangtok district, 19.3% in Pakyong, 43.3% in Mangan, 50% in Gezing, 38% in Soreng, and 43.6% in Namchi. Of the 1,147 Gram Panchayat wards, 695 are going to polls, excluding 448 wards which are declared uncontested. Also, 4 wards are scheduled for repoll. Similarly, of the 122 Zila Panchayat territorial constituencies, election is being conducted in 102 territorial constituencies, as 19 are uncontested and one constituency is scheduled for repoll. Voting will conclude at 5 p.m. With Diliram Dulal, Saikat Sarkar from Gangtok for AIR.
In Kerala, the United Democratic Front UDF obtained an edge in the by-elections held in 29 local bodies of 7 districts in the state. UDF candidates have won or maintained a lead in 16 local bodies, while a UDF-backed independent candidate had won a seat. Meanwhile, Left Democratic Front LDF has ensured victory in 11 seats and BJP won 2 seats. The Delhi unit of BJP today launched its manifesto for the upcoming MCD elections. It promises to give pakka houses to all slum dwellers and to strengthen the civic body, besides ensuring proper disposal of garbage. Delhi BJP President Adesh Gupta and party MP Manoj Tiwari jointly released the manifesto for the polls in New Delhi. Our correspondent reports that elections to the MCD will be held on 4th of December and counting of votes will be held on 7th December. The government's authentic documents exchange platform DigiLocker can now be used as a health locker for storing and accessing health records such as vaccination records, doctors' prescriptions, lab reports and hospital discharge summaries. This has been made possible after the DigiLocker completed its second level of integration with the Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission ABDM. The latest integration will now enable users to utilize DigiLocker as a personal health records app. In addition to this, Ayushman Bharat Health account holders can also link their health records from different ABDM registered health facilities like hospitals and labs and access them via DigiLocker. Users can also scan and upload their old health records on the app. Further, they can share selected records with ABDM registered healthcare professionals. Indian Railways has completed over 82% electrification of its complete broad gauge network. Out of over 65,000 route kilometers of the network, more than 53,000 route kilometers have been electrified till last month. Indian Railways has embarked upon an ambitious plan of electrification of its complete broad gauge network, which will result in a better fuel energy usage, reduced fuel expenditure and saving of foreign exchange. In the Maldives, several people were killed in a fire in the capital Malé today. The High Commission of India in the Maldives said it was deeply saddened by the incident. In a tweet it said, the blaze has caused loss of lives, reportedly including of Indian nationals. The High Commission can be reached for assistance on the following numbers: +96 0736 1452 and +96 0779 0701. According to the initial reports, the fire originated from a vehicle repair garage on the ground floor of a building. In the T20 Cricket World Cup, the second semi-final between India and England is currently underway at Adelaide. Winning the toss, England chose to field first. India was 62 for 2 in 10 overs when reports last came in. The winner of today's match will face Pakistan in the final on Sunday at Melbourne. Pakistan entered the final, defeating New Zealand in the first semi-final match at Sydney yesterday. In Afghanistan, Taliban's morality police has ordered that all amusement parks in the country must now refuse entry to women. Local media reported that the country's Ministry for the Propagation of Virtue and Prevention of Vice confirmed that women would not be allowed to enter amusement parks. Now let us have a look at the weather forecast across the country today. National capital Delhi may have a partly cloudy sky. Mumbai is likely to have a mainly clear sky. Kolkata will have a partly cloudy sky, while Chennai is expected to have a gently cloudy sky with heavy rain. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Campaigning for Himachal Pradesh Assembly polls to end this evening. Notification for second phase of Gujarat Assembly elections issued. BJP releases first list of 160 candidates for the Gujarat Assembly elections. Threats of cyber and information warfare pose a big challenge to the security architecture, says Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. India joins Mangrove Alliance for Climate at the 27th session of the Conference of the Parties at Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt, and in cricket in the semi-final of T20 Cricket World Match between India and England underway in Adelaide. And with that we end the midday news.